appears that it has been damaged. Therefore, it failed to start up on full power.
Oh dear. That's terrible. I know. That's what happened when engine number 1 didn't rotate faster. Olivia is right. It's really hard for it to start up on full speed with a lot of damage. I agree with you, Penelope. My dear friend. I sure hope it will work out soon. We hope so, Tiffany. It's very fine. Engine number 2 is still fine.
those so we can switch back over to free configuration.
This is our aircraft right back from the fuel hall at about 10:15. We've taken the fuel system out, which includes the tanks, the manifolds, the vent lines. What we've done is reinstalled the system for groceries, including the rollers that go on
Lut Desert, the hottest place on Earth. Composed of a vast expanse of sandy land, this barren land area with extreme hot temperatures is filled with emptiness that presents a spectacular desert landscape. The ecosystem of life is very minimal and limited to this arid desert, becoming a challenge for scientists and tourists who visit it. This is a portrait of the Lut Desert as the driest area in the world, as well as the hottest place on Earth, which is filled with unique and amazing natural phenomena. The Lut Desert is the driest and hottest area on Earth, which was designated as one of the World Heritage Sites in 2016 by UNESCO. The Lut Desert is located in southeast Iran, precisely between the provinces of Kerman and Sistan Baluchistan. The Lut Desert has an extreme air temperature of 80.8 degrees Celsius. The desert, which is popularly known as Dashi Lut, includes a steep valley area and a deep depression. The area of this desert reaches 2,278,015 hectares, and most of it is flanked by a buffer zone with an area of 1,794,134 hectares. The name of the Lut Desert is taken from the Persian language, Dashi Lut, which means empty land without water and plants. There is the hottest area in the Lut Desert, which covers an area of 480 square kilometers and is covered by a series of black volcanic gravel, namely Gandham Burial. As the hottest place on Earth, this desert is nicknamed Hell on Earth by NASA. This desert is difficult for human life to touch because of its very high temperature, leaving behind an empty plain. The Lut Desert, with the nomination for the 25th largest desert in the world, is an important illustration of the geological process that is so real and special on the face of the Earth. The history of the formation of the Lut Desert began millions of years ago. The process of forming this desert began with a tectonic earthquake that caused the seabed to rise, high temperatures, and slow evaporation of water, based on research conducted by a number of scientists. Initially, the Lut Desert was formed and located in the seabed area. The entire area of this desert is the hottest place on Earth because there are black gravels that absorb heat from sunlight, and only a small part of it is reflected and surrounds the desert. According to historical records, the Lut Desert was first visited by Marco Polo in 1271. Then in 1920 to 1930, Alphonse Gabriel, an adventurer and doctor from Vienna, was fascinated by this desert. He explored the Lut Desert to investigate rock formations, observe the area around the Lut Desert, and map the desert area. After going through a long geological process, now the Lut Desert is present with its own charm that makes many people amazed by its charm. This desert is built by Yardangs formations that stretch for 120 kilometers. In general, this desert consists of the Central Lut, North Lut, and South Lut. The Central Lut Desert is composed of a collection of sand, gypsum, and salt deserts, while the northern part is surrounded by volcanic hills, sediments, and mountains. In the southern part of the Lut Desert, there is more fertile land and vegetation, and holds the remains of ancient civilizations. This desert is also an important location for the Silk Road. The Lut Desert holds a very stunning view of the sand dunes. There are special geological features in the Lut Desert, ranging from salt flats, rock paintings, polygons, star-shaped dunes, and remnants of the former ocean. The Lut Desert, which has a prolonged dry climate, has high potential as a place to find meteorites. The Lut Desert itself has a small collection of meteorites, popularly known as the Meteorite Valley. The Lut Desert area is often hit by sandstorms and strong winds that carry sediment from June to October. These natural events cause large-scale erosion, the occurrence of wavy mountains or cuts, and the emergence of spectacular formations. This phenomenon stretches as high as 8 meters, with a width of 80 kilometers and a length of 120 kilometers. Uniquely, the air temperature in the Lut Desert can actually rise significantly at any time. This is what makes many tourists and scientists interested in visiting the Lut Desert because of their high curiosity. In short, the Lut Desert is a barren land that is crowned as the hottest place on Earth and is inhospitable to the survival of mankind. The Lut Desert, with its exotic visuals, often stores biodiversity and important and valuable properties in it. Now the Lut Desert, whose existence is currently popular thanks to its natural beauty, is one of UNESCO's main assets as a tourist spot as well as a research site.
Whoa, the weather in Lut Desert is way too hot. Yeah, with a ground surface temperature of about 70 to 80 degrees Celsius, 158 to 176 degrees Fahrenheit, and the air temperature exceeding 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, I do not want to go there when it's extremely hot. Me too, little Molly. If we go there, we will be burned to death. Wow, I've never seen this hottest place before.
I know, Daisy, but I think it's already past 8:30 in the morning. Maybe you guys should get ready for school.
Fantastic idea, mister. We must do that.
Uzma, you're going to be so furious when I tell you this, but my daughter April and her friends saw the whole thing that the Flying Titans helped the Little Destiny crew stop the robber from stealing money. So do you think you can use your trident to send the Flying Titans to the subspace?
Goodness gracious heavens. The Flying Titans are so going to get it. So sure thing, Mr. Need, I would love to do that.
Oh, thanks Uzma.
All for crying out loud. Now this is the 5th time Tabuu you killed other people. Yeah, but this time, he killed the Flying Titans. I know, right? And he even set a timer for 3 hours for the memories of flying and being superheroes to be erased. Not cool at all.
Mrs. Susan, I need to have a word with you.
Okay, Zeta. What is it?
I would like you to answer my question honestly. Why did you expose Jane? Please explain to me.
Zeta, it's because everything she said about her mother, Miss Nora, was not true. As a result, I had to give my husband Peter a ground for disobeying me. I'm sorry, but he needs to learn a lesson that Jane is not his daughter.
I appreciate your honesty, but you have no right to get Jane in trouble. And you shouldn't be meeting Miss Nora at her house and then having her come with you to see Jane. Guess what? I think I have no choice but to tell Uzma to use her trident to send Miss Nora to the subspace.
Attention, I need Jane in my office. Repeat, I need Jane in my office. Thank you.
Okay, Mrs. Clementine, I'm here. Am I in trouble?
No, Jane, you're not in trouble. The reason why I called you here is because I have some bad news to tell you about your mother.
Wait, my mum. What happened to her?
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but your mother passed away due to Tabuu killing her to death with his off-waves.
Wait a minute. So you're saying that my mum got killed by Tabuu? So does this mean my mum is dead?
Sadly, yes. And Spyro called me, and he said that her funeral will start at noon on the 4th of April.
Okay, thank you very much for telling me about what happened to my mum, Mrs. Clementine.
Anytime, Jane. You can go back to class now.
Lucas, Sharon, and Apple, I need to talk to you something.
What's wrong, Jane? You look sad.
It's about my mum. See, she passed away from being killed.
Wait, are you seeing some kind of your tricks again?
No, I'm serious this time. Mrs. Clementine told me about it. Why don't we go over there? So I can show you guys the proof of my mum.
Okay. We'll do that.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so Jane wants us to watch this video about what happened to her mother named Nora. And if everything she says is true, we will be so pissed. Holy cow. Let's get this straight. Tabuu just used his off-waves to murder Jane's mother so she could pass away from being killed. We can't believe it.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell you. Now that my mum is dead, I'm going to have to go to the orphanage, since I'm completely orphaned and homeless.
We know you, Jane. This is the 6th time Tabuu killed other people. Absolutely. And we're getting really tired of it. To be honest, Andy, I concur. Tabuu really has to quit killing other people, especially these little children.
You might be right, Tina. We hope these little children and Miss Nora, Jane's mother, will be able to get revived soon.